The leadership of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May we endure unto the end. Shalom. All right, this video is going to be about the fact that men can have multiple wives. All right. Growing up in this wicked society, America, known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures, we were indoctrinated, with the fact that a man can only have one woman, along with, what those interactions and behaviors are supposed to look like as far as men having to pursue women and just the whole dynamic of the relationship between men and women has just been contrary to what we'll find in the scriptures when dealing with the same topic of men and women and the interactions between them. Okay? But, all throughout the scriptures, there are accounts of men having multiple wives. Okay? All throughout the scriptures. Growing up in this society, that was, for me growing up in this society, my peers and I, we thought that, that was relegated to, the Islamic religion, growing up Christian or whatever here in America. You hear about Islam being able to have more than one wives. And we used to joke like, yo, I'm about to convert to Islam so I could do this shit, so I could have these women and not have to, duck, dodge, and lie and scheme and come up with all these different things just to satisfy a natural urge that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua instilled within man. Okay? And that is to have multiple women. All right. Now, you don't have to have multiple women, but, if you wanted to, the option was there, though, for you. It's all about what you desire. Lord willing, it's all about what the Lord had planned for you. Okay. But, so growing up, I was under the impression that a man had to have one woman. All right. And it wasn't until I actually read the Bible for myself. So this is like as a youth. Now, when I was a young adult, you understand what I'm saying? Just entering into adulthood, I had questions, you know what I mean? And, I had questions about a lot of things. And one of them was the whole multiple woman thing because, I would have a woman, but I would still have other women, on the side or, two main women, you know what I'm saying? Which just goes into the fact that men had wives in the ancient world, men had concubines in the ancient world, and it was just a way of life. You're not gonna find it written verbatim that a man can have multiple women. Like, you're not gonna find that in the scriptures. Okay? But in practice, right, men had multiple women all throughout the scriptures. And it wasn't until I was searching and I read the scriptures, and it was plain upon tables. I didn't get the real in-depth understanding until I came into the truth, okay, about what the scriptures really be talking about, the dark sayings. But the stuff that's plain upon tables, the fact that men had multiple women, that's plain upon tables, all right? All you got to do is open the book and read it, and you can see it. And I saw it. And it provided me with, like, it just was a relief. Like, because all this time I'm like, damn, I'm going off or striving to do something, striving to not, quote unquote, cheat or whatever, but, always falling short. Come to find out that, that's what was instilled inside of me. What was inside of me was actually what the Most High wanted to be inside of me, right? That was how He set it up to be, okay, for a man to have more than one woman. All right. So yeah, and of all the accounts that men in the scriptures, dealing with their multiple wives or their multiple concubines or whatever, I could just bring up the fact that, the origins of the nation of Israel is a prime example of the fact that a man can have more than one woman. Okay, because here you have it, Jacob, who, later name was changed to Israel, right? Our forefather Jacob, he had 4 wives. Okay, so Jacob and his 4 wives make up the nation of Israel. All right, 2 of which were sisters, Leah and Rachel. Okay, and Leah and Rachel were vying for Jacob's love, Jacob's affection, Jacob's attention. They were vying for it. Okay, which once again shows you that the man is the prize. Okay, the man is the prize, not you women. All right, especially a man of the Lord. Okay. An Israelite man, and an Israelite man that fears Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Excuse me. An Israelite man that fears Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the highest value man on the planet Earth. Point blank, period. All right. And that's who the prize is, the ultimate prize. All right. And you can read about this account, the origins of the nation of Israel. You can read about that in Genesis, the 29th chapter. You understand what I'm saying? It goes a couple of chapters down, but you can start at the 29th chapter and you get the history on the origins of the nation of Israel. All right? The fact that it's one man and he had four different women. Okay? But, the Most High was about order. So, when men do it now, it's always chaotic. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get the term drama. You get all this drama when men do it now. But men do it now because it was naturally instilled in us to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, that's the way the Most High created it to be. Okay? The order that He created, which you can read about in 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, all right, it's Yahweh, okay, the name of the Heavenly Father in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, okay, which means He is or He exists, okay, and then you have Yahweh Shai, His only begotten Son, okay, and His name means He delivers, right? He's going to deliver us from this final captivity. He's going to deliver His hopeful elect, or deliver His elect from the destruction that's coming to Babylon the Great, which is to America, which is Babylon the Great in the scriptures. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is the deliverer, and then it's man, and then it's the woman. Okay, so the man is actually above the woman, not equal, but above. Okay, and that doesn't diminish the value or the importance of the woman. It's just the order of things. It's just the way it is. Okay. But also with that order, because you can't just be out here with having multiple wives. You actually, it was things that surrounded that as well, as far as like, what's required of you when you do have multiple wives, okay? So things don't get complicated, all right? And so that things stay righteous and orderly. So I'm going to go into the book of Genesis, the 21st chapter. I'm sorry, not Genesis 21, Exodus 21. And 10, right? And it says, if he take him another wife, so this is we're in the wilderness. Moses, he is being instructed by Yahweh. He received the commandments. He received the 10 commandments, and he's being instructed by Yahweh on, what to instruct, how to instruct, or what to instruct the people on as far as, how to conduct themselves, the expectations. He's given the people the expectations of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right? So the he is just talking about a man of the nation of Israel. All right? If he take him another wife, so he already has a wife. If he's taking him another wife, he already has a wife, right? If he take him another wife, okay, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. Okay, so when you take another wife, you understand what I'm saying? You still got to maintain the wife that you already have, or the wives that you already have. They still got to be maintained. You can't just put them on the shelf and forget about them. All right, you still gotta attend to them, even though you're taking on another wife. Okay, you can't forget about your other responsibility. Okay, like when you have children, you got your first child, you can focus solely on your first child, right? Now, when you get another child, you can't just neglect the first child you had. You now gotta balance it out. You gotta figure out how to continue to support and nurture the first child you had, while, nurturing and supporting the new child. Okay, it's the same thing with the women. If you had multiple women, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody got different needs. Like different women got different needs, just like different children got different needs. And you just balance it out. However it works, you make it work. But you can't neglect them. Nobody is to be neglected. Just because you take another wife, you can't neglect the wife that you already have. All right? So, there's rules and laws put in place to govern the fact that men actually have multiple women. You know what I'm saying? So, another scripture to that point is in Deuteronomy, the 21st chapter, and the 15th verse. Right? If a man have two wives, one beloved and the other hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, right? So a man got two women, he got two wives, and, because this is going back into the order of things, how the Most High is he deals with order, all right? So you got two women, right? And one is your favorite, and the other is, she cool, but you got one that's your favorite, right? This is what it's going into, right? But the one that's cool got the firstborn son. Well, let me read on. Verse 16. Then it shall be when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. Okay? So that's the point, to eliminate any kind of confusion, to eliminate any kind of chaos, to eliminate any kind of envy or jealousy between the sons. Okay? There was an order that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah put in place for when this type of thing happened. It don't matter who you love the most. It don't matter who your favorite is. All right? The whoever comes first, whoever I put the spirit in to come, whoever I bring out first, that's the one who receives the inheritance of the firstborn. The father don't get to pick and choose. Like, nah, I don't really fuck with her like that, so I don't want this. I'm gonna give it to her because that's the one who I really rock with. You know what I'm saying? So, that wasn't up to you. The Most High took that decision out of your hands and said that, the firstborn, period. Whoever the firstborn is, whether it come from the one that is highly favored or the one that's least favored. All right? Reading on to verse 17, KJV. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn by giving him a double portion of all that he had. For he is the beginning of his strength, the right of the firstborn is his. All right? So, that's the order behind it. So, yes, men had multiple women, and there was actually, it was in order. It was in righteousness. Because, see, nowadays, if men have multiple women, it's chaotic. It's just it's a ticking time bomb now. Because, when one find out about the other, then, here come the drama. It just causes problems and headaches, once that happens. And it's so crazy, the so-called, the woman is so bugged out of her mind that she could be happy. The man could be doing everything right for her, right? She could be happy in her own little world. And then if she catch wind that this man actually has another woman or a whole nother situation, now it's a problem. When the whole time prior to that, she was good. So, I guess where they get this, that's where they get saying ignorance is bliss. But, just because you can have multiple women doesn't necessarily mean that you should, especially in this society right here that we're living in, dealing with the caliber of women that are available to us in this current society. You'd really, really, really have to vet that woman. And then even after vetting that woman, the woman is likened unto the moon. You know what I'm saying? She's going to stay switching up on you. So, you never know. You really just rolling the dice nowadays. And we living in a world where, the woman is above the man. And it's just, sometimes it's good to just be alone. You know what I'm saying? Or having one woman as opposed to trying to manage multiple women in a society that just doesn't make sense in this current society. I'm gonna end it on that note. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops, the leadership of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom.